What's good, guys? It's just Lovely, and today we're going to get into how to pretty much build a website for your business through Shopify. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your store name slash email are going to be available to you. You don't want to create a store and build this whole store on Shopify and then you later find out that the name was taken. So what you're going to do is go to GoDaddy.com, and this is where you can type in whatever your store name is going to be. So let's see, mine is hustleloveandelevation.com. So obviously that's mine, so it's taken. So you see right here, it's taken. Now if you come to GoDaddy.com and you type in your store name and your email and it is taken, they have options here where you can contact people who work for GoDaddy, who are experts, who can talk to the people who do own your store name slash email. Well, not necessarily email. You got to make sure the email is free on your own too. But they go in and specifically talk to the people who own your domain to see, like, okay, what can we do to start giving this name to this person. So if you want to fight for the name, they have all kinds of resources for you guys to pretty much see how you can fight it. Get a dedicated domain broker, purchase the service, and a broker helps you formulate a strategy to acquire Hustle Love and Elevation. They can contact the owner and then negotiate on your behalf, and you get the domain name, so that you see how much that will cost to get that type of thing started for you. If your name is available, that's great. Then it's just going to be simple. If it's not available and you don't want to fight it, you just want to come up with a new name, that's fine too. However you guys go about it, it's fine. Just make sure you take these proper precautions to avoid irritation in the future. So once you've come up with your domain name, that's when we're pretty much going to hop into Shopify. So let's get into it. So before I purchased my domain, I went to yahoo.com to make sure the email was available and created the email first, then the domain, then Shopify. So go ahead, go create you guys new email, make sure it's all matching up, and then see you guys at Shopify. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is come to Shopify. Okay, so Shopify has a 14-day free trial. You guys go ahead and pick that. Now as far as the email, okay, I made a little make this build as you go type of thing. So let's do it. Okay, store name. Cool. Write that down just in case. Alright, so create your store. Boom. So sit tight, we're creating your store. Okay, so this is where you pretty much say, okay, are you already selling? Let's just say I'm just playing around. Or you know what, most of you guys will be, I'm not selling products yet. Or I am selling products yet, whatever coincides with you. Do you have something to sell? Still bringing something to sell. What is your current revenue? Let's just say 0, just getting started. And we're doing clothing. Are you setting up a store for a client? No. So if maybe you have a job and you're building a store for this job, then you will pick yes, I'm designing and developing a store for a client. But most of you are probably just building this for yourself, so just leave that blank and click next. And let's see, Jess Spence. Let's just say. Alright, so you guys go ahead and just fill in this information, and then I'll see you on the next slide. Alright guys, so this is pretty much how it's going to look once you're in the store. This is your official store, so welcome. Now the first thing that I did was, actually, before we do anything, go to your email and check what they sent you. So welcome to Shopify. If you guys don't want to go through GoDaddy with your whole domain, you guys can get a custom domain through Shopify, whatever route you choose. I went through GoDaddy, but feel free to do what works for you. And what we're going to do is confirm the email to ensure that, you want your store to be verified. So now that that's all dandy, alright guys, so as you see, your trial just started. Select a plan. So we're going to come down here and select a plan. This is where you can choose the basic Shopify plan, the recommended Shopify plan, or the advanced Shopify plan. They all have their own features, so check them out and see which one works best for you. I chose the basic Shopify plan. It has everything that I need. You guys can add all your debit information now, and it won't charge you until the 14-day free trial is up, or you can make it to where they just charge you now. Whatever day they charge you, that's going to be the day that your monthly bill is due every month from there on out. So the first thing I did after that was pretty much go to the online store, and this is where you're going to find your theme for your website. So we have free themes, which you can kind of just come through and say, oh, this is nice, I like this. You can click it, can give you little tours of each one, and then you can come down to the paid themes, which will bring you here, and this is where you can scroll down and see many types of themes that you guys can choose from. As you see, $180 probably like the average price. I chose a free theme, but again, choose whatever works best for you. So let's get into exploring these themes. Okay, so we're gonna go back to free themes. I believe I chose Brooklyn, which is free, and now you can choose classic or playful. I think I might have chose classic, but I don't remember. And then you can add to your theme library. Now once you add it to your theme library, you pretty much can get to this place by always clicking on online store, and then under themes it'll bring you here. And then once this finished loading, I'm not sure why my Wi-Fi is so slow right now, but once that's done loading, let me close these out. Probably gotta have it move faster. Yeah, so once this finished, oh, there we go, so it loads, and you have all your actions as far as what you can do, and when you're ready to work on it, you click customize, and it'll bring you here. Now as you see, everything is just kind of like a skeleton, a blank, empty skeleton. So we're going to get into everything that you need to do to get it, bring some life into it and bring some beauty and creativity into your website. So the first thing that I did was click on the header. This is where I'm going to want to select my logo. So my logo, as you guys know or may not know, is the HLE. And let's see, library's empty, upload an image. Boom. So this is going to be my logo. That's going to be at the top of my website, just like how you guys see right here. Once you select it, you can play with the width and the size, make it bigger or smaller, and if you want transparency with it, then you can upload more pictures and make it see-through, or however you want that to be. Now if you continue to scroll down in your header after you've picked your logo, you can have an announcement bar if you like. So announce something here. So on my website I put let's delete all this first. So as you see at the very top, it says announce something here is disappearing, and I'm gonna put free shipping nationwide. So when people come onto my website, the first thing they see is, wow, free shipping nationwide. That's a plus. With your website, you have to understand that you're going against companies that do shipping in 1 to 2 days, or free shipping. You have to look at your competition and try to undercut and do things better or on the level of your greatest competitors. So free shipping nationwide, I would highly recommend everybody do if you can afford it, if your profit margin won't be affected. And then this is where you choose your bar color. Now my logo, the one I chose is black and white. My other one is blue, so I put the blue. But since this is black and white, I'm just going to keep this black because I want my logo to match my head. HTML dot codes. Okay, HTML okay, so HTML/colors/codes .info, and it's pretty much going to bring you here. So once you come here, what you're going to do is colors from image. You're pretty much going to upload a file. You have whatever color it will be is going to pretty much show you here. Now you're going to scroll down and you're going to click, let's just say it's green. Let's just say this is green. So you're going to click that, whatever color it is, and then this number will pop up. Now black is 00000. That is the color of black. It's like the color code is 0000, but each color has its own code. So whatever color your logo is, you're going to input it here, click on that color, the color code is going to pop up here. You're going to copy that code, and then you're going to come back here and you're going to paste that code here, and that's where your number is going to pop up. Obviously mine is black, so 00000, but whatever color your guys is going to pop up here, and then they should match up. The thing about Shopify, you have to save often, because whenever you don't save and you click back or go somewhere, click somewhere else, it will delete. So no matter what you do, every single new thing that you make, every single new addition that you have to your website, save it. So if you don't want an announcement bar, you can just click this and it'll obviously just go away, and then you'd save it. I like the announcement bar, so you don't have to save it because that's the last thing that was saved. But yeah, you can change the color of the bar, you can change the color of your text to whatever colors that you want, and that's pretty much the start. As you see, it's already a little bit of life coming to this, and yeah, so we're gonna get into what is. So when you are looking at your left-hand side, the home page, you can rearrange this whatever order you want. You can put the slideshow down here. You can make that first, second, third, whatever you want. You can also take out anything. So if you don't want, let's say, a slideshow, you can remove this section. So you can add sections. If you click add section, then you can pretty much add whatever section that you want. And make that work. So it's going to be totally unique to you and exactly how you like it. Another thing you guys should know is when it comes to your website, it's going to be very important to look at not only how your website is going to look on a desktop or a laptop, but you have to understand that a lot of people are looking at their websites on their phones. A lot of people are scrolling on their phones. So what you're going to want to do is often come back to this space where you click this computer and you click mobile, and you make sure that it looks good on not just the desktop and not just the mobile, but both. Because sometimes on the desktop it'll look clean and nice, and then you go on the phone and it's like cut off, so you have to make sure things are aligned. Just make sure that's something that you're consistently paying attention to just as often as you're saving. It's going to be pretty vital. So okay, so So I know for sure I want my slideshow. I like the rich text. I'm actually going to add in another slideshow. And then I'm going to make sure that slideshow is after the second rich text. And I'm just showing you guys pretty much what I did for my website. You don't have to like add or take out anything like this. I'm just building it as if I did the first time. Like I said before, save it. So it'll pretty much look like this. The first page will be pretty much, you know, the header, then you have the rich text here, and then you have the other slideshow here, and that's pretty much how I wanted mine to be shown. Now, I only have two products for my website, so I don't have too many I only have two items. I only have two products in my store, so I wasn't really big on like the whole collection list and all that, because so I'm just gonna remove that. Featured collection, I'll keep that. Featured product, I'll delete that. So yeah, just like the slideshow, rich text. Sorry, slideshow, rich text, slideshow, featured collection. Subscribe to our new. Okay, for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much my layout. I save it because that's what I see. And let's pretty much go back to slideshow. So this is going to be what pretty much pops up here. Now, what are they going to see when they type in your domain? hustleloveandelevation.com. Okay, what are they going to see? So for slide one, okay, I have two products. So I'm thinking, okay, my first product is my summer fit. So I'm going to just click on slide, select image, upload, boom. So I want to have one picture. Okay, so let's say the first picture will be this one. Okay, select. And then for the second slideshow, maybe I want to be standing up to show them the exact layout of the outfit. I can't do that one because you see right here, I just gotta. Okay, so let's just say the first one is me down, the second one is like that. Now there are ways to shift this. You can like image shift, you can do top right. Let's just do that, just for the sake of time. You can align it however you need to make it work, however you need it to work. So you save it. And this is pretty much what people are gonna see your when they first log on. So, okay, it's coming together a little bit. Now, we're going to focus on the text. So what do you want the text to say? So you click on the picture, you go down to text alignment, you can put it in the center, on the left, right. So where it says hero banner, so let's just say right here, let's just say the subheading could be welcome to, and then it'll be hustle. I don't know what's wrong with my V. I gotta press it extra hard for it to work. Okay, welcome to Hustle, Love, and Elevation, or whatever you wanted to say. We'll pretty much save it. As you know, you save very often. And when you go back to the first page, that's pretty much what it's going to say. Welcome to Hustle, Love, and Elevation. Now, if you want a Shop Now button, then you're gonna go ahead and click where you want. Okay, so when they come on your website and you want a Shop Now button, they're gonna want to label it whatever you want it to say. Let's capitalize this N for Shop Now, and then you're gonna have to input a link. So whatever link you want to be shown once they click on shop now. That's what you're gonna pick. So if you have any collections you want them to see, products you want them to see, pages, blogs, posts, policies, if you want to take them straight to the policies, wherever you want them to be able to be directed to when they click on shop now, this is where you're gonna go. So we can click on products. We don't have any products yet, but when that time comes, that's where you would input your shop now button for there. And you pretty much save it, and once you actually have a link, it'll pop up here. So that will then be clickable, and then it'll take you to your products. So that's for the first slide. Now we have slide number 2, which is this one. Now what do we want this one to say? So when they click to the right, maybe they can see maybe I think this is what I call my other one. Pick style, any style. And then you go ahead and save that there. So as we can see, we have our header, we have our announcement bar, and now we have our first and second page as far as what you want them to say. Once you input your products, you have a shop now button. You can go back and click your shop now button and input all that. So if you guys get into my course, the how to build a scaling business from scratch and how to market it like a beast, we talk a lot about having your own photography, taking your own pictures, rather than just taking pictures off of like Alibaba or AliExpress or something like that. Now, although I do recommend taking your own pictures, it just gives a higher quality vibe. If you cannot take your own pictures, or don't have your own pictures yet, or don't have an iPhone or something where you can take your own pictures, and you don't have enough money to pretty much go get professional pictures taken from like your local photographer, then you can always go to a place called Pixabay. Now this is pretty much a place where you can go and get like free pictures that are of extreme quality. So wait, there we go. Yes, this is it. So let's just say you're selling nails, and you don't have your own pictures, you haven't went to the photography yet. You can come over here and pick any of these pictures to input into your website. So if you need that, then there you have it. I would move this down and to the left or to the right, or there would be some things that I would change. Like I don't necessarily like this outlay of the website, like how the H and the E are kind of out of the logo and stuff like that. It doesn't really look neat. But for the sake of time, I don't want this to be too long. I'm just going to keep it like this, just so you guys can get kind of an idea of what it's going to take to build the site. And you can go in and alter things as you see fit when you're about to do it. So now we're going to get into the rich text. Now with the rich text, we pretty much want something professional, something creative that you want to share. It could be about your brand, it could be a welcome page, it can be whatever you want. So let's just see if we exit here. Let's just say we can say dive into this clothing cotton this summer. Dive into this clothing cotton this summer. Now, of course, like I said before, if I put actual time into this, I could come up with something a lot more nice. But that's just what came to the top of my head for this very moment to show you guys. And you can make these this size whatever you like as well. So I'm going to stick to large. You can do a wide display or not. You can add a heading. Welcome. Welcome back. And then you can click save. Now, once we're done with that, now I'm pretty much going to show my other product. So I will go to this slideshow here, and for my first picture, and then so that'll be there. You can align it to show and cut off what you want, and then as far as your other picture goes, you click slideshow, and this will be maybe the sit down picture. So and again, you can align that however you see fit when you come on here. So same with the button labels. You can do the shop now, add your link. You can do the whole color thing like I showed you guys with the HTML colors, and then match it all up. Save. And for this, alright, so we're gonna click this picture here. We're gonna scroll down and see like the text. So it'll be like sweatsuit fashion, and then order heroes today. Boom, save it, and you click on it, and that's where you see exactly what you have saved. Sweatsuit fashion, order yours today. And then you would go back to slides, go to your second one, scroll down, and pretty much do the same thing. Pick any color you like. We have charcoal, gray, black, light gray. This is not how I would set up mine. I'm just top of my head. This lacks a lot of creativity, but that's okay. I'm just showing you guys how it would look. So boom. So already your site's coming together. You got your banner, you got your logo, you have your first and second picture. You can add in as many as you like, you can take out as many as you like, you can set it up literally however you want. And that's gonna be like the pretty much the homepage layout. Featured collection, I will remove. Alright guys, so another thing that we need to do is I come down here to theme settings. This is where you can choose colors of any things, how big or small you want, any letters that's on your screen. But one important thing that you're going to want to do is add in all of your social medias. So your Facebook link, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, Google+, Tumblr, YouTube, the list goes on and on and on. So, and that's going to come into play later when we add in all our pixels and stuff when we get to talking about the Facebook ads and all that. That's where this is going to come into handy. So make sure that's all filled out. And then we have something right here called the favicon. So as you see right here how it says Abracool, whatever name we came up with for our store. Now you see this little Shopify bag right here. If you do not want the Shopify bag, but instead you want your logo, then you pretty much just select your favicon image, click on your logo, and instead of this Shopify bag, it's going to be your logo. And then you click to save it, and then that's that. Alright, so one thing I would recommend that everybody have on their website is the subscribe to our new newsletter section. Now, no matter what, never depend on one thing, you know, like you never know. Instagram, Facebook, all these social media platforms could go away. You could, you know, lose your following, you can lose anything. So one reason why your website is so important is because it collects all of your emails. Emails are vital. Because that's here forever, you know, as long as the internet is here, that's here. So you're going to want to keep this. And once you create your domain and you pay for your domain and everything, you want to get as many emails as you possibly can. As many emails as you can. Send as many people your website as they can. At this point, it'll pretty much let them know that your website is not ready yet, but it is in the making, and they can input their email and get updates when stuff is ready. So I would always keep that in here. Also, something that's vital is the footer. We're going to want to show the payment icons to let people know all the things that you accept. So that's going to be vital as well. Alright, so now that all the pretty stuff is all set up and the page is laid out, now it's gonna be time to get into the more important things as far as your website goes. The important things as far as like the back end of what needs to be done for your website. So we're just gonna exit this whole online store area and we're back home. Now, when we're back home, we're pretty much gonna come down here. Mind you, they have getting started videos, they have things that you can click on to get started, like adding your products, creating a coming soon page, share your coming soon page, design an online store, adding your domain, all types of stuff like that. But we're going to dive into settings, and the very first one that we're going to click on is general. Now, as far as this goes, this is pretty much your store name. You can change this if you like, or you can keep it the same. Now the let's do it yay, that's just like a random Yahoo that I made for this specific video and any other possible videos that I'll show you guys in the future. But understand the difference between these two emails. This one, the first one here, is pretty much the store contact email. So if Shopify needs to email you something, or if you make a sale and they need to email you the receipt or anything that's going on where Shopify needs to communicate with you, they're going to send it to this email here. But then you have an email option here where you can have where clients and customers have questions and concerns, or they want a refund, or anything that they need to communicate with you about. They're going to send it to the second email here. So if you want these to be different emails, put that difference in here. And if you want them to be the same, they could be the same. Mine is hustle11elevation.com. Shopify emails me with the same email that clients and customers can email me at. But it's up to you to do whatever you want. So here's pretty much where you're going to input all your personal information. Obviously, this is not a real address. And we'll come back to this page, but for now, that's going to be pretty vital to know. And another thing about the general, if you guys want to have a prefix, I have a prefix for mine. For my real business is actually Hustle 11 Elevation, so my prefix is HLE, and that's pretty much a helpful kind of like way to keep tabs of your business, because like right now I just have one business, but in the near future I might have 2 to 3 businesses, and to be able to distinguish which store is which by the prefix is very helpful. Also, when people purchase things, you can see on the receipt HLE1, HLE2, HLE3. These are your customers. So prefix is not mandatory, but I mean, I have a prefix on mine. Mine is HLE, but for this, I guess, fake page, I guess the prefix could be AK for Abacrew. Right, Abacrew. Cool. Abacool. So AK. And then, like I said, save often. That's definitely what you want to do. And then back to settings. Alright guys, so once we're back in settings, we're pretty much just going to go to payments. Now, as far as payments go, this is all kind of like default here. But in order to actually be paid, you're going to have to complete your account setup. And this is something called, I think it's called Stripe. I forget what it's called, but whatever it is, this is who's going to be paying you, and you need to make sure all the account information is set up and ready to go. So as far as you first starting off, I mean, some of you might have an LLC already. I don't know the processes of everybody doing this, but for me, just starting off, I selected individual / sole proprietor. Once I do get an LLC, I'll come back and click that. Once you do have an LLC, you have your EIN number, which you can input here. You can, the address that we inputted earlier, all your personal details. This is where you can put your social security number, your birthday, first and last name. You can do product details, so like retailer of clothes or whatever you're selling, you can input a description of it. Right here is going to be the name that people see on their banking statement. So if you want to change this, this is Abercool. I wanted to say that this is going to be a fake site. I'm going to destroy this whole account. So Abercool is non-existent, but this would be what would be showing up on the receipts. Now, as far as the banking information, because you want to get paid directly when people purchase things, it'll go straight to your account. You want to make sure you input your routing number, your account number, which you can find if you log into your Chase app or whatever. You could just click on your statements and it'll show you the routing and account number. Input all that, and then complete account setup. The terms and conditions, all the stuff that you have to pay attention to for your store's well-being. So once you do that, you can come down here and pretty much set up a PayPal account. If you already have a PayPal account, you can just connect it here, and if you don't, then you can just start a brand new one, and whatever you have to do. So and then any other form of payments, you guys can go through and see what you want to use and what you don't. And then, as always, don't forget to save. Alright, so now that all that's taken care of, we go back to settings, and from here we can go to checkout. Accounts are disabled. Customers will only be able to check out as guests. I'll put accounts are optional because, the more flexibility, the better. The more choices a customer feel like they have, the better. Customers can check out using either their phone number or email, or you can have it just to where they can only put their email. Again, more flexibility, more options is always the best way to go. Customers can choose to add a phone number or email to receive shipping updates. This depends on, as far as not me, it's free shipping, and I believe I did click this because they have to put in their I have to put in once they put in an order, I have to then go in and put in the tracking number for them to go ahead and receive when their package is going to be coming to them. So you can have them require their last name only or first and last name. You can have your company shown or hidden. You can have tipping options at checkout or no tipping options at checkout. And then, all this looks the same. You can add any additional scripts, whatever you need to add. Pre-select the sign-up option. Yeah, and just, just go through here, read, and see what you want, what you don't want. And no matter what you do, make sure you save. Okay. Now, alright, so now we're pretty much back into settings. There are shipping and delivery options as well. I do free shipping nationwide, so mine is pretty simple, but if you guys do have any payments that you want the customers to pay for shipping, you can go in there and alter the details and make that whatever you need. As of right now, we're just going to go to legal, and this is pretty much where, and this is very, very, very important for your page. You don't even let your website become live and ready to go until you have at least your refund policy, privacy policy, terms and conditions, and shipping policy. Now, as far as shipping policy goes, I put free shipping nationwide, and then we're going to go up here to save. And then now we're looking at the refund policy. Now, as far as the refund policy goes, you can create from template, and you can have this 30-day free trial that they give to you, or you can copy and paste and edit and do whatever you feel necessary as far as your refund policy goes. Same with the privacy policy, create from template, you see it there. And then we have terms of service, so we're pretty much going to see that there. Now, what we're going to want to do with this is create this in Pages. Now, Pages are going to allow you to have certain buttons at your footer that's going to make it clickable for people to, just another way for people to click and be able to get to this. So what we're going to do is right click Online Store, open a new tab. Once we come here to open a new tab, we're going to pick Pages, and then we're going to add a page. Now, once we add a page, let's see, we can title it Refund Policy. And then we're going to come back over here, Refund Policy, copy, okay, Refund Policy, paste. Okay, then we're going to save that. And then we're going to come down to Pages, add another page, which we're going to come back here and see Privacy Policy. And then we're going to come back here. Copy this. Okay. Okay, copy. And paste. Save. And then we're going to do the same with terms of service. Okay, I'm going to copy that. Come here. I'm going to save that. Create another page. That's the third one. Paste. Okay, so we're going to title that Terms of Service. Create another page. And that's going to be Shipping Policy. You can either copy and paste that or just put no refunds or whatever your refund policy is, include it there, but edit that to a T to match who you are and what you're going to do. Because if you have this whole refund policy and then in your mind you're not giving refunds, and then somebody wants a refund and you say no refunds, and then they can go back to your your refund policy and see that you actually have a policy, then you're going to have to give them, sorry guys, and you can put a nicer note in there, like, whatever you feel. And then we're going to go to create another page, and this is going to be Contact Us. And when you go to Contact Us, you're going to put your email, hey, email me here, etc., etc. I don't even remember, what is it called? Let's do it yay at yahoo.com. Now, the thing about the contact us page is going to be pretty cool. You're going to come down here to the default page, you're going to press contact, and then once you save that, it's going to be really cool because it's going to pretty much give people the option to, so if you go to view your online store, the contact page will look just like this because you press that contact button. It'll allow the customers to put in their name, their email, their phone number, and then they'll send you their message. So yeah, just create all those pages, save them. It'll make it clickable later when your website is up and running, and you won't regret it. So the cool thing about pages is it'll allow the customer to be able to click on any of these things to get more information about your company. If they want a refund, they can look at your refund policy. I have two here, so I can delete this one. You know, if they want to look at your terms and service, privacy policy, whatever it is, it gives them insight to be able to get more information. So it's going to be very vital to have all of these up. And we're going to have these eventually put into the footer or the header, wherever you want it on your website. I put mine in my footer, but you can move these to your footer of your page. So when people see the payment icons, they can also see the terms of service, contact us, you know, privacy policy, all that stuff. So it's going to be vital. Alright guys, so we pretty much see all the pages we've selected. We can select all of them, more actions, make selected pages visible. So on your website, they should now be able to view if people were to click on them. Sometimes it might take a while for it to load and stuff, so you gotta be a little patient, but pretty much for your online store. It should be visible on your store. So as you see right here, mine is not visible. Sometimes the website just kind of glitches a bit. If not, you can always go back and reach out to the 24-hour customer care that they have available. But sometimes it'll take, you know, a while for this stuff to pop up. So, okay. So sometimes it can be a little challenging. But what we're trying to do here is get the footers to show. So the pages that we just created, we want them to show up in our footers. So we go to the footer menu, we can edit menu. This automatically takes us to navigation, so maybe you could just click on navigations. So you have your home and you have your catalog. Now what we're going to do is add a menu item, and this menu item will be contact us. We're going to put pages, contact us, okay. And then we're going to add another menu item. This will be privacy. And then we'll have pages, privacy policy. Then we'll have terms of service. And then add menu item, refund. And this is pretty much what's going to make it clickable for them. Oops. Pages. So they can, and then you can order that whatever you want. but just make sure you save it. No matter what you do, make sure you save it. And then once it's saved, let's see if that worked. We'll go back into our website. And then once that's all in there, that'll be ready to go for everyone. Now again, we're gonna check to make sure everything looks good on mobile, not just desktop. Alright. Alright, so as far as the Brooklyn customization goes, we are pretty much looking at the footer. And as you see, it added, you have the home page, the contact us page, catalog page, privacy, terms of service, refund policy, so they can, this should be here. I'm gonna have to redo this header, but I'm just showing you guys really quick how it's gonna look at the footer. We have our icon, payment icons, and then over here it's gonna have the privacy policy, etc., every single thing that we made. So, it's looking good. Alright guys, so as you can pretty much see, it's coming along. You know, you see your website, you see your free shipping nationwide, you got your logo, welcome to, you know, you got the pictures of you with the down, with the up, you have your rich text here, welcome back, dive in, then you have your pictures here as far as the full body set, then you have the, you know, another polls or whatever, and then you have the subscribe to our newsletter. So, mind you, the subscribe to your newsletter, you can make this say whatever you want, you know, promotions, new product sales, directly to your inbox. You can keep it how it is, or you can put that, you can put whatever you want. And then as you see down here with your footers, how we talked about earlier, you have your home, contact us, catalog, which when you input your product, those, when you click on catalog, that'll pop up. Privacy policy, terms of service, refund policy, and then all the stuff, all the payments that they accept. So yeah, it's coming along, guys. It's really coming along. Another thing you're going to want to do is let's see, right click online store, then go here. We're gonna do pages again. I forgot a page, and we're going to do add page, and it's going to be about us. And this is where you can be creative and kind of talk about your journey, or you know, what made you open your business, or you know, whatever you want about you or your company that you want your future customers and clients to see. Input it here, save it, and the same thing goes as far as that. So alright guys, so now that all the pages are pretty much set, what we're going to do is go down to preferences. Mind you, the online store is password protected. Basically, if your store is not ready yet, you can give other people your password that you want to give access to your page, or to be able to see your page. And when you're ready for your website to go live, you pretty much disable the password, and that'll you make your store live, and that'll grant people the ability to finally be able to see your website. But we'll get to that later. Right now, we're just going to go down to preferences, and we're going to work on our home title page and our meta description. So let me just show you guys really quick what that is. Let's just say if you go to GoDaddy.com, or let's say so basically this will be your title, and this is your meta description, all this stuff under it. So so ours will be Abra Cool, and then like a slogan. So let's see, if I'm selling clothes, it'll be clothy cuteness, or whatever. and then you can enter a description to get a better ranking in the search engines and stuff like that. So think about keywords and key titles and stuff. However you want to think about it, and type it in there. Just make sure you come in here and type in your homepage title and your meta description for people. Facebook pixels, guys, check out my How to Build a Scaling Business and How to Market It Like a Beast. I talk a lot about the Facebook pixels and running ads and stuff like that, which we will definitely get back to at some point in the next few weeks or so. Save it, and yeah, that's alright, guys. So once that's all saved and looking good, we're pretty much just gonna start entering our products now. Entering products are gonna be very important because obviously when people visit our site, they're gonna want to know which products they can purchase. So we're gonna click Add Product, and at this point, this is where we put in all the details. So say if you have a summer fit, and that includes a shirt and pants of different colors, variations, and stuff like that. You can put your description of like the sizes, the material, any description that you want in here. You can click your adding of your files. You can add your price. Now if you want to run a sale on your items, then you can use this part right here. So the price right here is the price that they will see, and the compare it price is the price that's going to be slashed out, like the price that it usually is versus what it is now. So if you have something that's $19.99 but it's on sale for $15, then they will see, it'll pretty much show them this used to be $19.99, it's $15, this is where you'll enter your price, and then the compare it price, the sell price. Charge taxes on all your products, because that's going to just help you during tax season. You want to always make sure you're setting aside money for taxes, because at the end of the year, you're if you're labeled as a hobby, then you're going to have a lot more tax fees. Whereas if you're an official business, you have your LLC, EIN number, you're going to have farther cheaper taxes. But again, that's more into my class. Get into my How to Build a Scaling Business from Scratch and How to Market It Like a Beast to get more information on the details of this kind of stuff. Yes, you can enter your quantity. So how many of these do you have available? Oh, I have 20. Okay, this is a physical product. Some people sell classes, like as you see my classes and stuff. Those are not physical products. Those are digital products. So if this is a physical product and you are not doing free shipping, then you would want to weigh how much your product costs. Weigh how much your product is. So go to your local UPS, USPS, FedEx, or whatever, and give them like a sample of your summer fit. So like my shorts, my shirts, and the bag plus the little keychain and stuff that I put inside for my clients is probably all together like 5 pounds, or maybe like 1 pound, which would be like a $5 fee. So you're going to put in how much it weighs, and you can enter your variants. This is where you can put in all the different sizes. So if you have small, then you have comma, medium, comma, large, comma, etc., etc. You can add other options, like if you have colors, you have green, comma, red, comma, gold, pink. You separate these by commas to, and if you want to add even more options, you come in here. You can do material, which is something I need to do ASAP on mine. And so that at that point you can see like I have 3 small greens, so 1, 2, 3, at this price, $75. You just go in and you fill in everything, and once you fill in everything, you can go and edit your engine listing preview. So if you wanted to say summer fit with your meta description or whatever, it basically shows you how it's going to look when people are typing online. So once you input all these details, all your products and everything, you have to take the drafts off because they're all going to be labeled as drafts. And when it is a draft, material can't be blank. Okay, so I added the material, but I didn't put the details in there, so it's not going to save it right away. But So sorry it takes so long to load. So congratulations, you added your first product, and you, I didn't finish filling it out, but you will see all the details of it being filled out, and exactly what people will be able to see. You can add your tags. So say if you have like vintage type clothing, then you have your summer clothing, so you can put vintage, and you can attach all your vintage clothing to your vintage. You have summer, and add all your summer clothing to your summer. So when people go on your website and they click summer, they can see all your summer fits. You can click vintage, they'll see all your vintage, so you can add all this. This will all be visible on the website. If you have any collections, you can set up collections. So if you have like this is all my summer fit, and then you have like the bathing suit, and you have the small shorts, then you have the whatever it is, all the details can be laid out in your product, and you want to make sure that it is not in drafts, because when it's in drafts, that means that it's not visible to your clients yet. So while you're building your website, it's good to stay in drafts, but once you're done, there are ways to come in here and pretty much take it off of drafts, disable the password, and finally upload your account to make it how it's supposed to be. You can add your picture here to see like what's the main picture you want people to like, whatever picture you add right here. You can add as many pictures as you want. You can put the type of thing that it is. You can put the vendor, so when people are on the receipts, they can see, oh, this is from Abercool or Abercool, whatever. Or you can have that blank or whatever. If you want to add a collection, you're going to have to update the menu. So like I showed you guys earlier, as far as the footers and the headers, you're just going to have to go in here and put in, not footer. So say in the header or in the main menu, you want it to say collections. Then you can add that collections button too, so whenever they click on collections, they can see all the collections that you have available. So it's just going to take some coming in and playing with it, adding in all your products. Once you have your one product up, don't forget to save. No matter what you do, make sure you save. But it's however many products you have, however many variations of that product you have, however many colors, types, materials, sizes, you're going to lay all that out. And then once that's all laid out, it's going to automatically come onto your website. So, like I said, you can add as many products as you want, add as many collections as you want. Once you are here, you go to more actions, you set it as active. Setting products as active will make them available to their selected sales channels and apps. So then once it's active, it'll be able to be seen on your website, to where people can actually click it. Now, once all that's all set up, you guys, it's pretty much ready to go. It's gonna take a lot of diving deep into your your settings, just going through everything, reading everything, going on looking at certain YouTube videos to help you. There are a lot of YouTube videos with a lot of different themes. So if you need specific help trying to do the Brooklyn theme, you can type in Brooklyn theme help, or the debut, whatever it is. Any of them most likely have pages on YouTube explaining how that person put theirs together. So if maybe mine wasn't enough information, or if somebody else's wasn't enough information, you can go back and forth. You can also go on Shopify and look for their help. They have a help page where you can reach out to them. I think you have access to them once you actually start paying for the service. because they have like a 24-hour reach out service to where you can literally make that happen. But as you see right here, you can publish your store. It'll pretty much say your password page is enabled. It can be disabled after publishing. Are you sure you want to publish Brooklyn before you publish it? Go through all the settings, read everything, watch as many YouTube videos as you can, ask me as many questions as you want. Maybe something wasn't clear. I can go back and give more insight or make another YouTube video with more detail of your question, or however you guys want to go about it. Just make sure everything's ready, set up. Make sure your address, your banking, all that stuff is set up. Your PayPal, as much as you can do. Make sure you have all your high quality pictures in there, and your Shopify should come along great. Please message me when you make yours, and I would love to see your guys' websites. So yeah, just leave a comment in the description if you guys have any questions. I'm not going to publish this now because I'm not even trying to do all that right now. I'm actually about to disable this entire account because this was just practice to show you guys. But thank you for tuning in, guys. I truly appreciate your time, and good luck with your Shopify store. I hope it's a great experience. Thanks for watching, guys. Really quick, something I forgot to show you guys. So before you make all that official and do all that, make sure you go to discounts. So for my website, Hustle Love and Elevation, I give pretty much $10 off to everybody who enters the code Just Lovely into the discount code section just for their first time buy. So if you want to create a discount code, you can just go down here. You can title it, 50% off, or whatever you guys want to title it, or you can even do percentages. You can do a fixed amount, so if you want $20 off rather than 20% off, if you want to do free shipping, or buy X and get Y for free, or buy X and get half off. There are so many options here, so just come through here, type in your discount product on either all your products, on specific collections, or specific products. I did all products as long as they're first time buyers. Once they get to purchasing something on the second time, they can use another seller discount code that I've given them, but the one that I have set up right now is just for first time buyers. And you can have requirements like minimum purchase amount, so spend $50 and get this discount, or buy 10 things and get this discount, for minimum quantity of items, etc., etc. Then we have customer eligibility, so who's able to have this discount? Everyone. Specific groups of customers, maybe people who are 16 and through 18, or maybe people who, whatever. Specific customers, however you want to do it. Limit number of times the discount can be used in total, so maybe like the first 5 purchases they get this discount, or over the 10 purchases they get this discount. I put like the first one, so limit to 1 use per customer. Once you use it, that's it. Or there's so many details you can go about it. If you're not ready to launch your website today, for sure you're going to launch it like on the 3rd, then you can put the start date. This is going to start on the 3rd at this time, and then you can set up an end date as well. It's going to end on this date at this time, so if you want to run any sales or anything like that. Also, guys, another real can't believe I almost forgot this, but apps. Shopify has, I didn't save it. Shopify has so many apps that you guys can choose from. Discard changes. You guys go in and make that happen. But make sure you go through apps, because go to my How to Build a Scaling Business from Scratch and How to Market It Like a Beast. I talk about all the apps that I feel like you guys should have for your website, or at least the some that I'm starting with and stuff that I'm going to be moving forward with. For instance, you always want something as far as collecting emails, like Mail Munch or something like that. You want something like Oberlo if you're drop shipping. I go into a lot more details in my class, but look through all the apps and look at, if you want to run sales. They have countdown timers. They have all kind of like cool stuff that you can add on your website by getting apps. A lot of these apps are free. A lot of these apps are paid. You just have to read it and figure out what you want for your website. Again, go on YouTube. Maybe I'll make a separate video if somebody requested, like, hey, you can make a separate video with apps or something. I can add that to my notes. Apps for Shopify. That could probably be my next video, who knows. But yeah, overall it's dope. So check it out. So overall, you have your home, When you go to your home, you can forever add more things. They're always going to be giving you more things that you can add to make your site better. You can watch all the stuff that they give you. You can learn more about all this stuff. You can connect your pixels to your Facebook, connect to your social medias, get it all looking good. As far as your orders go, when people actually purchase things, you're going to see their name or whatever you required of them. Did you require their first and last name or just their first name? If so, you're going to see whatever you required of them. Mine has first and last name, address, this and that. Of course, you're going to need the shipping address for them, so you'll have access to all that. And here you'll have abandoned checkouts. There are also apps where if people do leave stuff in their carts, like Instacart or I forget, Consistent Cart, where you can basically send out messages via email to people who have left stuff in their cart. Like, hey, don't forget about that stuff you had in your cart. Same with like SMS Bump. It's like a text messaging app. If somebody's like shopping and they receive a phone call and they forgot about your app, you can automatically send them messages saying, hey, you left this in your cart, check back in. So products, you'll be able to see who purchased what orders have been fulfilled, what orders have not been fulfilled. You can get all kinds of information about your customers. You can see like live views, going to show you like a picture of the globe and like who's looking at your website when, not who, you're not going to be able to see who, but you're going to see how many people are looking at your website and where they are, if they're female or male, you're going to see all kinds of analytics about them, which is also, of course, so live view, you can see reports, you can see total sales, all the progress that you've been doing that you want to pretty much gain access with. You'll have it, Shopify keeps track of all that for you. As far as marketing goes, this is something you guys can read if you want to learn more about running ads, or you can check out my how to build a scaling business and how to market it like a beast. We go more into like ads and stuff like that. Discounts like we just talked about in apps, online store, settings. Go through all these settings before you go through with launching your store, because I just showed you guys the things that I did, but there's a lot more to it. You can still be learning every single day how to make your website better and better and better every single day. So just get into it, guys. Don't be scared. Start it, get it up, and start selling your products. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to DM me, leave a comment. Whatever you guys got to do, reach out, let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you have any other questions, if anything was unclear. If you need more clarity on anything, let me know, and then we'll get into it. So, do your online store. Go down to the theme you chose. Oops. Go down, actions, publish. And like I said, it's going to give you that option to disable your password and publish it. And that'll be an exciting moment. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hope I didn't forget anything else. If I did, I'll just make another video. But thank you guys for tuning in. I love